You know, the more you shoot, the better you're going to get, no matter what you're shooting. But what I realized after shooting sports is that all my other assignments I started to get better at. Not only that, but my reaction time to things like, I don't know, somebody throwing a pencil at my head was better. You have more perception of time, space, speed, action. You know, you yourself are an athlete, you know, with the camera. You're an athlete, you're with your camera. You don't think you have to run up and down the sidelines. We're going to talk about how to shoot, you know, and where to be and what to do. But you're constantly moving, and your brain especially is constantly going. You're always having to see, and better yet, you're always having to preconceive. A lot of people think like photography is about seeing the moment and taking the picture. It's all about preconception of what you think is going to happen, you know? And then that's how you get really great photos.
The other thing that's so much more important with television when you're interviewing is location, right? Because it's going with what your story is. And if for some reason you couldn't do the active interview of the lobsterman, and suddenly you have him and you're interviewing him in the parking lot of Chick-fil-A, isn't that going to be kind of, what? What's going on? So you got to be thinking. The other thing is, you got to be thinking in terms of our favorite little hand test, right? Turning your person. Ooh, the light was really good right there. Right? You're turning your person so you've got the right light, not being afraid to say, I can't interview you inside this movie theater. I'm really sorry. But I don't have a light kit or whatever it is. But at the same time, trying to keep your location so that it goes with what the story is. You know, the other thing is thinking, I've got this big tripod and all this gear. If I'm interviewing somebody who works in a tiny little cubicle, is that going to work? Maybe it's better to move them, if I have to the conference room or something like that, as far as being able to frame the shot well and being able to make it look good. So you got to be thinking about location and be thinking, as you're setting up your interviews, asking them, can I interview you? You know, they might not let you interview them where their place of work is. Clothing. The question is what to wear. You know, I want you to have your packages that you do in this class as something that you can present to somebody for an internship or for maybe your first job out of college. So I want you to dress professionally in your stand-ups. I want you to not wear a t-shirt and torn jeans, because what's that going to do if you want to show that to the news directors in your future, right? You're going to be on camera. You need to present yourself in a professional way. But what if you're doing a story about an organic farmer down on the Eastern Shore? Do you think that it makes sense to wear a suit jacket and a tie and all of that? No. So you should be addressing, when I say clothing, I want you to be dressing appropriately for the story. So if it's a story about Towson Homecoming and you're wearing like a polo shirt, you know, that you would wear that looks nice with khakis, that's fine. And actually, you know, I'm not expecting you to wear a coat and tie in your stand-ups, but just something that looks a little bit more professional than what you might normally wear to class.